Kicking off the meeting, so keep going.
Yeah, we have an item, a priority item list with 10 items on it, from meeting Sean and Roger and them going through our stuff, and all simple stuff. But we've delegated it out to each other, and we started this afternoon starting to work on that. So it was successful for them. It was successful for us, and then we're happy. Oh, then was it Friday morning? Sean and Roger started trying to do videos of us, Chris and I. And the first one we did really, really well, right behind this big, beautiful aquarium. The problem was there were people all over the place and there was noise everywhere. And then every other take we took after that was horrible. So Sean took us upstairs to the second floor where it was quiet, and we started doing it in the hallway. So it worked out well.
That's when you yelled gun.
Yeah, right.
Anything you want to add, Chris?
I mean, it was a great time. You got to see how people hit curbs in Texas, on sharp turns. But
I told you, my car has a big ass and it just doesn't follow along with me.
No, it's good. We're excited to get that 30. So something you were talking about, $30 for 30 days Facebook campaign going. So it starts tomorrow.
I want to see the video before you put it out.
Will do.
Okay.
Just send it to me in Messenger or something.
Sweet.
Or if you've already, because you can post it to the business page. Post it and then share the link to it, and I'll go to your page and look at it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sweet. All right. Well, with that, let's go ahead and get rolled into today's stuff. Let's see who remembers. Tony, it's Monday. What's today all about?
Don't remember.
Eric, it's Monday. What's today all about?
Isn't today masterminds?
Not really a mastermind. Kind of, a little bit. Liz, what's today about?
Or goal setting and goals and accomplishments for the coming week.
Yeah, really about week priorities, right? And getting your week going, getting some things set, and really reflecting back over the last week. How well did the week go, and did you get some stuff together? I'm going to say this before we get going. If anybody wants Bud Evans' secret on how he's getting so many properties so fast, I figured it out over the last week in Texas. I kind of met his source. I'll keep it fully to myself for now. But that was fun to meet. Not really meet. I already knew that individual, but it was fun to hear a little bit of the story behind it, Bud. And we're actually looking to see how we can help them locate even more so they can push more your way as well.
Yeah, good. He's only one of my sources, actually, if we're talking about coast to coast, in which case then, yeah, they're like somewhere in the 15% range.
Got it. Well, we're going to try to increase them so that they have more volume to push as well.
Nice, because that means my 15% just gets bigger.
Exactly. But overall, I'm not going to start with anybody in particular. I'm just kind of curious who had a really good week last week. Obviously, you heard a lot about Sal, Chris, myself, Roger, our week. Bud, you had a good week. I saw your hand go up right away. What got done?
Yeah, so I have that 6 unit that's in the rehab phase. We have a couple of people that are moving out. We got a couple more people that are moving in. Picked up a 4 unit, went to contract on that. Should be closing in a couple of weeks. What was supposed to be a 4 unit turned into a 5 unit. So that changes things, since it was based on, the comp was based on a 4 unit property in Pennsauken, and here it turns into an income valuation, which increased the value of the property. Even though I'm under contract for 390, it's worth 520. So I'm very happy about that. That was a great thing. And then we got a couple of properties that we're going to be looking at Section 8ing out in Trenton. And then I just went to contract today on another property in Mount Laurel.
Nothing better than blinking equity.
Yeah.
Who else had a good week? Wow, Chris, Sal, myself, and Bud. That's it. Victor, why wasn't it a good week?
I didn't have blinking equity. No, I got some stuff done on the back end of the website, building that out and uploading our fix and flip portfolio. Finally got that done. So went from Facebook now to the website. But as far as acquisition goes and marketing, still on the ground level. So I can't say it's a good week, but we got some stuff done.
Got it. Tony, why wasn't it a good week?
Just got mail returns.
What do you mean?
Did a mailing campaign and just got mail return. No, address not found. There we go. Mail
Okay.
returns.
Come back to a whole other strategy talk on that. Liz, why wasn't it a good week? I thought you had a good week.
I know it was a good week. I just had to stop. I had to get my stuff straight. And I didn't know if Marie had said this, but we did wholesale out a property. It's not closed yet, but it was a pocket listing that a realtor I've done business with before passed on to me. And I was in Mexico and Marie was able to get the deal solidified, but we should gross about 50K on that. But we have to pay out a few referral fees and some stuff. So we'll have 45, which is very good. It's much needed for us. Can kind of put some money in the coffer to get this book going and out, and then everything we have to do to advertise for it. And the big thing is we talked to Sean on Friday morning for our weekly call with him. And, for everything that we have been doing, it's really going to switch strategies now. I mean, really, we just want to become the experts in this tax stuff. We're not going to try so much wholesaling. We both have separate other things we have a lot going on with. So we just decided now the eggs are all going to go into that basket with the book and the tax strategy. So we'll switch some stuff on our website and some other things, but hopefully we can get in, a higher package with Sean now and just like change it where we can just be working on the business instead of in the business now. And so it's catapulting us to a different level. So it's very good, very exciting.
I love it. Who's got a really clear picture as to what you got to get done this week? Sal does, Liz does.
We have 10 items on our checkoff list from Sean and Roger that we are going to work on, and they're all doable by Friday, quite frankly. And the second thing is we were telling Sean and Roger about this. We have a probate lead that Saturday afternoon, Sean and Roger were laying on their couches at home, thank God. And Chris and I went to go see this property, and there were a few nuances to it. We've talked to our real estate lawyers, and we have our quote, and we're just kind of playing the waiting game right now, waiting for her to get the other quotes first. We don't want to be the first one. And we're going to adjust our offer and give it to her tomorrow. We had to find out. She didn't know. We didn't know if she was legally owning the property because she hadn't gotten her probate letter yet. But our lawyer looked up the case and said, yeah, she's already approved. She's just waiting for the letter so she can go ahead and sign a contract. So we're just using that to hold off and let the other people spill their beans, and then we're going to go. So hopefully we'll be under contract within the week with this probate house.
And in case you guys don't know, it's a very interesting acquisition on how they actually landed this lead and are creating an opportunity out of it. And I'm not going to get into it today. We're going to actually maybe talk briefly about it tomorrow. And then I'm going to use some of the stuff that Sal gave me possibly on Wednesday on our marketing call as well to do it. But it's very, very interesting and completely proves why I say what I say. So we're going to leave it at that. If you want to know the backstory on it and how it all came about and why I'm saying it proves it.
He gloated the whole time he was in Texas with this. We couldn't get him to sit down and not brag on himself. No, just joking.
No, but it did give me an awesome opportunity in front of about 100 plus people in the room when I was on the panel to point Chris and Sal out and bring this up and drive a point home that a lot of even the other panelists came up to me after and they were like, we've never thought of this. We've never thought of this idea, this strategy, this thought this way. And both of them are actually in conversation now with us about how we can help them. So join on Tuesday and Wednesday, and you'll better understand what the heck we're talking about. Who else, though, kind of knows what they've got to do this week? Kind of the point of this call is to help you figure that out. So if you've got an idea, great. If you're struggling to figure out what's the next, like, most important thing that I need to be working on, now's your time to ask. If nobody's got questions, we're just going to wrap up early.
Well, I have to say, I mean, I know we keep saying this, but it has to be a drop dead date for the editing of that book because we got to get it formatted, and we have a time crunch now because we're going to go to Clever Investor in Vegas, and it has to be done and printed by April 20th. So it's a hard deadline right now. So, you know, it's my finished editing, reading, and then just adjusting the numbers and getting it in. So it just has to, because we don't want to miss that deadline of getting it printed.
I can't emphasize enough on that aspect. I just got notice today. Mine's pushed back. I'm not getting mine till the 7th of April now. So that'd be over 14 days of just
Okay.
ship time.
Yeah.
By the way, we saw Sean's book, the one book he has, and it looks great. It's actually outstanding at looking, and it got really good response at this convention.
Well, good. And that's it. Ours is going to be colored, and it's just the way it's laid out because of the tables we have.
Right.
So Marie's in Vegas this week. And so I'm going to, when we get off here, set up a time where she and I can get back on just what's this number? Where did this come from? And be done. We don't have to talk to anybody else. It's just clarifying a couple things she did. So it's been good.
Sweet. Who else? Anybody got ideas and you need to brainstorm around it? Thoughts?
I got to finalize some funding on a condo that I found down the street that I'm going to close it hopefully within the next 14 days. And then I'll move into that and then do the rehab while I'm living there and then get the house into the Airbnb. So hopefully within the next 30 to 45 days, I'll have the Airbnb and then an additional room to rent.
And you said you're trying to finalize raising funds?
Yeah, I did all the paperwork and everything today. So as soon as I get that that information back from those guys, I should be able to just go and just, paper chase it after that.
Funding via hard?
Actually, no, personal loan.
Oh, on your pulling it yourself?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome opportunity to use your website. Get the once you know you're closing for sure, get that property up there on a property page.
I will be letting you guys know.
It's a proof that you've got something going. Terry, I saw you on mute. You got something? You look like you want to talk.
Yeah, I mean, remember after our JMT call the other day, you asked what's going on. I go, yeah, you got $3 million. Well, I did a joint venture with my private lender, and we should have closed by today on a private community in Oceanside of 80 homes. And so we were able to lock that one up, and with a complete rehab between $400,000 to $500,000, we should be in the 5 to 6 million range once we get it done. So once we got done with that JMT meeting, my real estate agent came over, and we spent several hours that night putting a package together, and the private investor liked it. And so we're doing a joint venture just to get it done. So
see, Bud blinks and grows equity. Terry blinks and raises 3 million. It's all about action, folks. All about action.
I couldn't believe it. He was excited with it. It's heck of a deal. So $30,000 just to join the HOA.
Oh, wow.
Tell us a little bit about the deal first. 80 properties?
Yeah, it's one 3,200 square foot home. It's a community of 80 homes in this gated community. One of the first gated communities, I guess, in Southern California. The history book on just this community is amazing.
So you're
And
buying the whole community.
the whole community of 80 homes. Yeah.
Interesting. And you're going
Um,
to individually sell off?
Yep. And then what's kind of a pain too, though, is a month from July 4th to Labor Day, there can be minimal work done because of everybody coming down to enjoy the summer at the beach. So and we had to figure that into our holding costs, which we don't really have any because it's a joint venture, and the private money, he's got the big crux of that. So he's very generous on the split, and it's also based on my execution, be able to get the construction done in a timely manner. So, and then there's bonuses and incentives set in there for me in regards to how quick we can get everything rehabbed. So hopefully we'll be closing today.
I want to talk to you a little bit more on this after it's closed and you get into this. I'd love to get on Zoom. I want to get a breakdown. How you put this together. This is awesome, dude. Awesome job.
So that's my goal. I got the decorator. We got to interview contractors, and we got to get the architect on board. So that all started last week. I just got to check in with her later today and start moving forward.
And the thing, Terry, just a few years ago, I was teaching you how to even write a contract.
Yeah.
So Terry, will you try and get as much construction done before July 4th?
Yes.
And then anything else, you just have to, you'll have to. So
I don't know where you guys are, but to get a contractor to try to work a Saturday is friggin' pulling teeth. So.
Oh no, I had guys out Sunday. They
wish,
did a Pebble Tech to pool yesterday for me at 7:00 in the morning. They were done by 11. It's freaking awesome.
So whoever we interview for as a contractor, I need to try to maximize the amount of days and the hours and the days.
Did they let them in on Saturdays though?
Not many I've had lately have worked Saturdays.
Does the community let them in on Saturday?
Yeah, that's the other question we have. My agent's looking into that one right now. So
yeah,
it's so restrictive on everything else.
And that closes tomorrow?
It's old Pasadena, LA money too, is as we see who all lives in there. I mean, I got the whole phone book. So it's pretty weird.
That closes tomorrow, you said?
Hopefully today.
Oh.
So we've been scrambling even while you've been talking on some last minute documents and that. So
well, get the heck off this call and go get that sucker.
Oh no, we're done. We're good now. So off my plate. So
awesome. Well, it sounds like you got a pretty clear idea what you're focused on this week.
Oh yeah.
All right. Anybody else? No? Okay. Well, there's no point in hanging on the call. Unless there's some questions that you guys got and you want to ask. This is your chance. Okay.
What would be the minimum insurance that you keep on something that's sitting, getting cleaned up and rehabbed?
Like in your case?
Builder's insurance.
You're always going to want, and yours is going to be a little different because you're living in it. So you're going to have to pay attention to the types of insurance that you get, because a lot of times they won't allow you to live in the property, or you're going to have to do it discreetly, if that's the case. But if I'm not living in it, at a bare minimum, builder's risk insurance and general liability I'd have a general liability policy as well.
Okay.
As well as making sure the contractor has general liability coverage.
I'm insured. I mean, yeah, I'll find out.
And you're getting added as additionally insured on whoever that policy is from the contractors that are doing the work.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy. It's a general contractor, Bob.
Sal, Liz, I know you guys have done some stuff. Terry's another one that's rehabbed quite a bit. I don't know. I forget where I used to get our builder's risk all the time from. Curious who's out there in the space now. If you guys are getting it from somewhere different or.
We've used Benchmark. I think they're around the country. And the latest ones we use seem to be the least expensive and very easy was Goosehead Insurance. And they're kind of new in the market. They're about a year out, and we've used them on the last two.
I'll have to look them up. Goosehead?
And yeah, Goosehead. And Bob, just for your information, a lot of these sometimes you have to pay a year's in advance and then you get a refund, or they'll do month to month. They just need to ask in advance what it is. Okay.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. That's an easy win.
Yeah.
And it's goose head, like head, not egg.
Yep.
Like you said, goose egg. Goose egg would have been more appropriate.
Looks like they do a wide variety of insurance. Not just builder's risk.
Goosehead? Oh yeah, they do everything. But
Home, car, more.
Yeah, they do, and they're real good about getting the package within 24 hours, to the title company and everything else. So
Sweet. Anybody else have anything?